cursing emoji.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We're heading towards Warsaw. One of Warsaw's landmarks is the Stalinist skyscraper there. We'll definitely film it. We actually wanted to talk a bit about the peculiarities of traffic. The rules are very strict. The penalties are high for a 1 kilometer per hour margin of error. And if it exceeds 2 kilometers per hour, a fine of 130 euros. To say that everything here is so correct, just so by adhering to the speed limit, not that I can say this, you can't say this. I obey the signs. 50, I drive 50, 90, I drive 90. While all the cops with slanted eyes pass by, thinking we are fools.
Here we
That's
go.
how the drive-through populated areas looking back at us.
Yeah.
We were overtaken as if we were standing still. There were no overtaking markings. Pedestrians stand at the crossing. They are scared to cross. Darn, I'm slightly shocked. Worse than in Moscow, I think. Here you go.
No.
So have
Okay.
your dessert. Wow.
No.
Across the solid.
And
Across the
again,
solid. It's forbidden.
50
It's
is
forbidden. Signs are
needed.
hanging. I don't care. Well, here's how they bypass us standing. That is, they drive about 100. We're 50 now because the sign is 50. What? There you go. Actually, according to the rules of the road,
The speed limits here are a little different than ours. In particular, there are so-called time intervals when you can, at whatever speed, move around the city. In particular, it's allowed to drive at 60 km/h in the city at night. During the day, it's 50, and that's for sure. So because we can drive up to 50, can't drive 70, here it's up to 50. Or
there's a free speed limit of 20 km per hour 10, like in Belarus. That is, the fine
with
begins
the
with exceeding by 1
entire
kilometer per
line.
hour. Well, the instrument error, 1 kilometer per hour, which means 2 kilometers per hour. That's it, a fine. And the fines there start from 100, 130. 6 euros inside.
Here, there are 2 options in the city, even 3. Or for even an option, what speed can you drive at? Even 4, yes. If, let's say, the road is narrow, 1 lane there, 1 lane back, that's 90 kilometers.
These are our public roads, what they call
Well,
it.
yes, if there is, after all, some kind of lawn between the stripes that is some kind of green pleasure or something else, you can go 100.
Or there's a sign route for cars. It's a square, such a rectangular sign. And there's a face of a passenger car
Yes,
drawn
we're
on it.
leaving the crowd.
This means that you can drive here at the table.
If both a car on a blue background and some green vegetation are present, you can drive at a 120 km/h. If it's a highway, then 140. Moreover, a highway for us is a sign on a green background. For them, it's on a blue one, meaning it's a bit different.
And
for
vice
them.
versa, the fact that we have blue signs here. For instance, the sign pointing to the green point, but on a blue background. This means you can go 90, and they will have a sign on a green background. That is, green and blue are exactly the opposite from the Russian Federation.
Here's another thing we noticed. Somehow I didn't see any 92 Swiss or 9
Actually,
Swiss
we didn't find it.
available.
95th, different types of diesel, 3 kinds of diesel, and some biofuel. We haven't figured out what it is yet, but it's somehow very cheap, 3 times cheaper than 95 gasoline. I don't understand what it is yet. Maybe we'll figure it out closer to Germany.
Oh yeah, we're still pouring
I'll be there
95
soon,
octane.
Prince.
You did say it's
We
gasoline to
missed
the
this.
left. Did you see? They're so big, so huge. What personally made me happy is that they build special structures for storks here.
On the poles.
The poles, that is things like little nests.
No worries, I
so
won't
they
make
could
any
perch
noise.
there, so their little nests would not fall.
So that the wires wouldn't be too
is a
short.
whaler.
So that you could service the
Let's
wires, not the
go,
nests. Here we are passing a special, such a bare substrate, just put down evidently by humans still. Although some shells are lying around, they started to settle. I mean, this post, wires, and above the post stands such a stake. And on the stake is a platform like so. It's metal so that the storks could build a nest on it. Of course, very much so to speak, it's not in our way. Somehow
moving on.
very humanely, they seem to relate to nature and themselves. I'm not even talking about how all the cities are well kept. It's clear that the city is poor, there's no money, but everything is clean, washed, well kept. Even if the road is broken, it won't have ditches so deep that you'll lose your wheels. It'll just be... There are some bumps, but it's quite comfortable to drive.
And it's not just cities, but here we go, there are a lot of fields around, and as you go, some field is bustling because of the little house, and they are so neat and tidy. There is some sort of a car somewhere, there is some equipment somewhere, everything is very neat.
Hardly, I suspect, here we are passing by tanks are standing separately. They hardly divided them there. Different colors, all separate collection, so 100%.
Everything is very civilized, and there's such a certain feature. They have a sign.
If you like this video,
Look,
then hit like,
we have
comment,
cars
subscribe to the channel,
for
share this video with
Britain.
friends.
That's too small cars. They have the same sign. Only instead of one light car.
We have this in
a
our
truck
rules, but
is drawn
the
there.
last time I encountered this was in the 1980s. Here are such signs that forbid overtaking a truck. That is, a passenger car can overtake, but a truck cannot. There are many of these signs, but we're not on a highway. We're on a very small road.
Allah is the one
Take
there.
it back and
Allah
you'll
is-
make a nusa. Well, get surprised. Hooray, local cop internet.
Thanks to Alexei Goverdovsky for the
We're going,
subtitles.
a small caravan gathered behind us because we're going by the rules. The truck couldn't stand us overtaking. Cars are coming towards. It's beating them bluntly. I slow down. Oncoming traffic stops. Moves to the shoulder. The truck returns to its lane. That is, I just wouldn't have braked. They wouldn't stop me. I would have collided with the oncoming car. Comments Polishik. Well, you somehow take a little care of yourself there. Surrounding, I think, only my Russian boiled cottage cheese. The polycarpet, the water is frozen. So subscribe to the channel, like it, hit the bell so you don't miss the news.
Subtitles.